The early to late 90s were a renaissance for Disney. The company was not only producing some of the most memorable and innovative films they would ever produce, but also releasing spectacular original animated television series. Ducktales, Goof Troop, Tailspin, Gargoyles, and Darkwing Duck were just some of the titles which would grace many television screens as school classes ended and the 2-hour Disney afternoon block would air. There also used to be a time where video game movie tie-ins were not synonymous with cash grabs. While there were plenty of publishers who created titles that merely graced a caliber of lazy, companies such as LJN and their rainbow logo haunt us to this day, there were others which excelled at producing a given product with their license. Specifically, Capcom was one of these publishers in regards with their games created under the Disney label. What made these games so great was that Capcom was already known for being an impeccable video game developer, creating games in the NES era such as Ghosts and Goblins and the Mega Man series. Disney wouldn't grant their property to a more proper developer until their partnership with Square Enix for the Kingdom Hearts series. What's highlighted in this collection, the Disney Afternoon Collection, is games based on the aforementioned Disney Afternoon programming, with DuckTales, DuckTales 2, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers 2, Tailspin, and Darkwing Duck, which all released on the NES back in the 80s and 90s. These titles were some of the most innovative for the side-scrolling video game genre, with unique gameplay mechanics found most notably in DuckTales and Chip 'n Dale. They're required reading if you have yet to still play them firsthand. DuckTales 1 and 2 are excellent side-scrollers with a unique traversal system that's based around Scrooge McDuck's cane. The Chip 'n Dale titles are excellent puzzle platformers and are two of the best co-op titles on the original NES. Tailspin is an excellent side-scrolling shoot-'em-up with one-of-a-kind techniques and gameplay, which aren't seen in very many other games today. Conclusively, Darkwing Duck is an excellent side-scrolling platformer that stands toe-to-toe with games such as Batman on the NES. While the original games could each have their own individual review, the additions to this collection is the primary draw of the package. Apart from the various presentation options, such as the choice to make your flat-screen HD TV have emulated CRT scan lines, one of the most notable additions which affects gameplay is the rewind feature. The rewind feature allows the player at any time during the perfectly emulated NES game to rewind the game's actions seamlessly. It's very impressive and makes us wish other retro collections had it, as it makes the games a walk in the park for less frustrating playthroughs. However, what solidifies this as one of the greatest collections to ever grace the PlayStation 4 are the extra gallery options. This is the factor of the game that pushes us to give the title an extremely congratulatory recommendation, even if you already own the original cartridges. For starters, production designs pull back the curtain on an otherwise unknown era, where famed Japanese developers attempted desperately to adapt a granted license into not only an entertaining game, but also a great tribute to the original property. If you're an enthusiast in video game history, it's a goldmine. Key and box art collections also are a great addition, with many scans being so high quality, you can see even the tiniest specks of dust. Lastly, the music collection is included as well, and some of the best tracks in these games are Capcom's best, with each title including a convincing arrangement of each show's intro songs and some absolutely spectacular original scores. Look at DuckTales Moon Level for a notable example. Objectively, the Disney Afternoon Collection is quite the value. Priced at $19.99 US dollars, Capcom has given gamers quite the appetizing package, whether they are familiar with Capcom's retro Disney games or not. However, the Disney Afternoon Collection is not only an incredible value, but also the definitive example of how you port a game or release many into a collection. Bar none, Capcom has again, see Mega Man Legacy Collection, knocked presentation out of the park, adding features such as rewind, gallery extras, boss rush, and time attack modes to make otherwise mastercraft games timeless.